To keep my resume updated and make sure it reflects my skills accurately, I started by using a resume writing guide. The guide walked me through each section and helped me understand what hiring managers look for in a professional resume. I carefully review my formatting, my work experience, and the way I describe my skills. Going through the guide helped me notice areas I hadn't thought about before, such as making my bullet points more action oriented. Once I revised the overall structure, I scheduled a resume review that someone could look over it and give me a personalized feedback. While preparing for the interview process, I made sure my camera and audio were working properly on my computer. I know technical issues can create unnecessary stress, especially in a virtual setting, so I wanted to avoid anything that might hurt my performance. I also looked up common interview questions that spent some time thinking about how I would answer them. I didn't just read sample answers, I imagined myself in the interview and practiced how I would explain those experiences out loud. The resume review itself went really well and gave me a clear understanding of what employers look for. The reviewer gave me helpful suggestions, including adding more bullet points under my work experience to show specific responsibilities and results instead of general descriptions. She also recommended listing the courses I'm taking, which help employers see the knowledge and skill I'm actively building. She told me to include an objective statement to make my career goals more clear and to remove the city and state from my address. One thing that stood out to me was when she mentioned my strengths in for adaptability and organization. Hearing that helped me feel more confident. As for my review, I think overall I did a good job, but I also recognize areas where I could have done better. I was a little nervous at first, which made some of my answers shorter than I wanted them to be. Even though I had prepared, I recognized after that I could have practiced more and maybe recorded myself answering the questions to hear how I sounded. Still, I was proud of how I handled myself, and I look at the interview as an experience to learn more. After completing the review, I had several updates to my resume. I added a clear objective statement at the top, which explains my goals and the type of career direction I'm aiming for. I included my major and minor, and I also listed the courses I've taken as well as the one I'm currently taking. This helped show my academic process and the knowledge I'm gaining. I also expanded the bullet points in my work experience section so that my responsibilities were clear and more detailed and more professional. These challenges made my resume stronger and more polished. Moving forward, I plan to make a career log. A career log will allow me to write down new accomplishments, projects, and skills as they happen so I don't forget them later. This will make updating my resume much easier in the future. I also learned the importance of staying organized, especially when it comes to interviews. I plan to set reminders for interview dates and times because when I have a busy schedule, it can be easily overlooked. Staying organized helped me reduce stress and make sure I'm fully prepared for future improvement. I want to create a stronger elevator pitch that introduces who I am and what I'm studying and what career goals are. I also plan to bring up my interest in athletic training so interviewers understand the direction I want to go in. Along with that, I want to prepare some patient facing stories that show how I've handled real situations professionally and how I can use appropriate medical terminology.